So we got a group poem. There's a lot of us. I'll let them introduce themselves because I'm too loud. I'm Mia though.
Hi, so I'm Amelia, and there are a group of us that are going to read poems that we wrote. We're climate activists / poets. I mean, I'm not a poet, but I try my best. So we're all going to read our poems. It's about like what we think about the strikes or what we think about climate change. Just art is such an interesting way to get involved with climate change and a really powerful thing. So I encourage anyone to do it if you want to. So this is my poem, which is a message to the government. Come on, it's time to wake up and take action. Time to stop with your fossil fuel extraction, because we're giving up meat and driving and flying. But what are you doing whilst our planet is dying? Planet or profit? Come on, you decide. But we're sick of these half-truths, deceptions and lies. Please, this isn't funny. None of us are laughing. But it's a joke that you're eco, yet incentivise fracking. If older is wiser, I'd rather stay young, thanks. You're killing the planet, forcing people to food banks. Does this conversation make you redden and squirm? Well, that's how we feel as we watch our world burn. We're screaming our views, but still you won't listen. If you're watching this now, I know you can't miss them. So watch us rise up, watch us take a stand against morals corrupt and policies bland. Because sometimes it feels like all hope is lost. But I can't wait for the day when one of us is the boss.
Look at what's left of your land in her face and tell her you care. Because she doesn't believe you. Why is there no water in her north and too much in her south, and what happened to all the ice? Why do you call these disasters natural? Why do you let them walk all over you and you have a whole continent that denies you're changing? Look at yourself. Tell me why you once wore the sea and now it smothers you. Tell me why they take your essence and use it at your expense. Tell me why they drill holes in your skin with no remorse. And tell me why they rip out your roots like it was their own hair to wax away. Tell me why they treat you like you're temporary, like you aren't all they have.
Hello, I'm Willem, and this is what I've written. We, the people, are gathered here today, not for a celebration or post-funeral party, because the funeral's in 12 years, and you're all invited. We're stopping the procession, preserving the world's word through our own dictionary remix. Yes, we have the Paris Agreement, or should I say Paris ignorance, with a lack of commitment and orange departure. With temperature regulation a thing of the past, we absorb more heat than reject, like thick skulls do the same, but with wrongly sourced information. There's an existential threat, but there's no recognition. Reports say we need 1.5 degrees Celsius, and that's 1.5 degrees to save us. Because remember, kids, turn off your lights before they're turned off for us. We have the facts and solutions, so stop faffing and use them. Can't learn facts relevant to my future when it's in danger. Won't learn facts when those best fit to rule cannot react. Leaders' speeches, a democratic dictation of air, compressed into plastic with more danger. Alkane, alkene, earth clean, if not a world of pain. Listen. Listen, Conservative parties say change to conserve, but there's nothing conservative about leaving Mother Nature to rot. Isn't it unfair to promise to be conservative when you can't change to conserve the only planet we've got? Thank you.
That was really great. I really like the poems. So, right, come on. Honestly, it's so good to hear poems and stuff like this.
Thank you. This is an ode to Rachel Carson. I'm gonna shout out women in science. Movement and time have always seemed to me simultaneously within and outside of each other. I have little concept of either. An example, I am convinced the blueprint of a labyrinth mirrors the anatomy of a minotaur. A better example, A smile runs away from itself, mirroring the tide. Or a shipwreck repurposed as a lighthouse, repurposed as a cemetery until being dispossessed by tomorrow. To know the dulled filament of birdsong and the ease of forgetting your own hands if you stare at them long enough. To know the fallacy of a horizon. An eye shut holds question and prayer simultaneously. How long is left? I heard the watchmaker will go into making coffins shortly, but we might still burn maps for better intentions. Horizons 100 petals tearing. Cells staggering into cells, staggering into cells, into breathless sight. Birth tender as a death, tender as a sea's memory of shape. I am uncertain whether the asymmetry of if is a beautiful thing. Listening to the spindling of a brittle dawn, a lullaby for tongueless green, a breath untethers from its mooring. To feel it, the now of it all. Now, this moment is hungry for itself.
Dinosaur's parable. If you think that's bad, hear ours, it gets worse. We are now living in the pre-apocalypse, the near the end, the choice between panic or calm before storm. We are walking the funeral march, armed with defibrillators for the almost dead. We are an army born into a war that we cannot escape. We win and we will be remembered. We lose and our race is forgot. We dream in black and white, like you are the zeros and we'll be the ones that will act. Here lies the tonic for the truth and the tonic for the troops. We won't build a wall, but we will dig a grave for the men fast-tracking, fracking their way to heaven like instant coffee, like Lancaster is their only gold mine, like sat on the moon for the sun is their pearly gates, like drinking up hydrogen until black holes did gape. Every day we feel ticking, like this earth is a time bomb. So when the forests are gone, we'll be the trees and grow in a new world if planting succeeds. Until then, we'll be dreaming in black and white, and hope and fear and fire and blood and up to the knees in mud and hurricanes and rising seas and orphaned babies and choking bees. We'll be dreaming like all children should, heard but never really seen.
Hi guys! Poem now. They promised us a better world than this. We're living in a world where kids will write obituaries for things we've never seen, for the Great Barrier Reef, for the Maldives, where each new year spells the end of life for 1,000 species, with 500,000 people dying per year as a result of climate change, are seen as ancillary, where politicians work for industry, where fat cat men use a small world to make big money. Reducing tax rates for corporations who flood our oceans with toxicity, where kids are born with birth defects because of PVC, where carcinogens and toxins are in everything we eat, and we've been given plastic sand and trash islands. You promised us society, yet the media are saying that there is no guarantee of what scientists have been telling us since 1973. About biodiversity, about acidity, about climatology, about coral reefs, about food scarcities, about the fact that our generation might not even make its life expectancy. To make this world's authorities work for me, you promised us a better world than this.
Most of these poets are from a group called Young Identity, so shout out Young Identity.